It makes perfect sense why prices are up. Yes, 4.2 is a big jump compared to last year when things were down. But if you compare it to 2 years ago, it's sort of in line in terms of a steady climb. And we have to look at the last year. This time last year, we were shut down. We weren't driving 5 miles. We weren't even going out and getting a cup of coffee. So fast forward now, U.S. savings has gone up. People are out there ready to spend, but we have shortages because there are lots of production delays because of the pandemic. Doesn't it make sense that we would have this temporary price surge?
It does absolutely make sense. And I think if it is temporary, as you said, then it's something the White House in a month or two will be able to look in the rearview mirror and kind of exhale. But if this continues, if used car sales went up 10%, or the prices went up 10% in a month, if that continues for a couple months, that's a real pinch. And we're just seeing, gas prices are now up higher than they've been in a long time, too. So the more of these prices get passed along to consumers, if that continues into the fall, the White House is going to have a serious problem on their hands. Inflation is a real tricky thing to deal with. There's not a law you can pass or something you can introduce that'll snuff it out. It's a really difficult thing. It involves the Federal Reserve. It's really hard to do when you're trying to get the economy going again. So a month of this, maybe a month or two of this, it'll be fine. But if it continues, it's a real political nightmare for the White House.
But don't we pair this off at all with the fact that U.S. savings has gone up and it's logical for prices to go up over time? Yes, we have all become addicted to demanding free shipping on that couch and it better show up tomorrow. But isn't that a natural progression of the economy and we're being sort of short-term unrealistic?
Exactly. I mean, it's exactly a supply and demand problem right now. There's all this cash in the economy, like you said, and people want a lot of merchandise, furniture, a whole bunch of other things, and there's just not enough of that to go around. We saw, for example, the rental car industry is all out of whack because there's all this demand right now for rental cars, and there just isn't enough in the fleets to satisfy demand. So right now there is this big backlog, and if the supply chains can sort things out in the next month or two and meet the demand with supply, then these things will get, in much more normal economic terrain. But if this continues for whatever reason, if these semiconductor chips remain a problem and electronics cannot be, produced enough to satisfy American consumers, then prices remain up, then we have, more of a medium-term problem on our hands and it becomes a bigger political problem. But right now, this is what you'd expect. A lot of cash is in the economy. Consumers want to purchase all kinds of things, go on trips, air travel prices are up now. With this surge in demand in cash, there's going to be that natural bump. If that continues, though, for an extended period of time, then it is more of a problem.
Shannon, does this White House have an extended period of time? They're trying to get this infrastructure bill through. And yes, they've got that big meeting today, but is it anything more than a show?
Well, I mean, you raise a good point. The White House sees the clock ticking. They see some urgency on getting this passed. They want to see a bill passed over the summer. They're looking to make progress with Republicans by Memorial Day, or they're going to reassess their strategy. This meeting is sort of a first step in trying to find that common ground. No one's expecting Mitch McConnell to walk out and say, OK, $2 trillion, let's raise some corporate tax rates. But they are hoping they can find some common ground. And then they've got additional meetings with Republican lawmakers later this week. And the president has said he is open to compromise. He is willing to negotiate. So that's where we are right now at the White House.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.